be looking at how to create report card comments in Almanack. So what you want to do is you want to go to the report card section by clicking the button on the left, and then that will give you an option to start a report card project. Once you click on that, you'll see a form where the first step that you need to do is to select a template. So I'm going to open this drop down, and you see over here there's a list of templates that Almanack has built in. And if you don't see yours in here, then you can set up your own. But for the purposes of this video, we're gonna pick the Ontario grades 1 through 6 provincial report card public school template. So I'm gonna go ahead and select that. What it does is it gives me a preview of the template. So I see the learning skills listed here. I see the grading scheme. All that looks good. And then if I go to the template tab, I'll see the actual PDF that is for the template. So here's the grading scheme, and we saw the learning skills earlier. So let's go to step 2 now. So the second thing I have to do is enter a title for this report card project. In this case, I'm kind of happy with the title over here, Provincial Report Card January 2024. So I'm not going to make any changes. I'm going to stick to that. The third thing you need to do is specify a comment length. So this tells Almanack to keep the comments within a certain character or word count. So we're going to say 700 characters and hit create. So now I have a project and I'm in the project, and what I'm seeing over here is a lot of information, but if you look at the top bar over here, there's 3 main steps. So one is configuration, where we configure the template. In this case, because I selected the Ontario template, this is all configured for me. So I don't really need to change anything here. I see my 6 learning skills and their descriptions. Looks good. And then I see a note about this being from the template. I go next. The learning skills grading scheme. So excellent, good, satisfactory, needs improvement. Yeah, that looks good too. And then the course grading scheme. So you have the grades from A through D, and then R and I. So that all looks good to me. I can hit next again, and it takes me to step 2. Now this is where I start entering my data. I want to select which courses I'll be entering comments for. So I'm going to say science and technology, or I could say the arts. And you know, this can be whatever you want it to be. And then I hit next once I'm done with my courses, and now I enter my students. So I'm going to click the add students button. And in this box, what you can do is you can copy paste a student list. You can enter them by hand. You can put in first names or initials or student IDs. Almanack does not store any of this data. So that's the key over here, is we protect student privacy by not collecting any student information. So anything you enter here is going to be kept on your computer. It's not going to be sent to Almanack. I'm going to go ahead and say I have 2 students in my class, AB and SM. And I'm going to hit save. So now these initials are on your computer. This anonymized ID is this is a random 5-digit number, is what Almanack's going to use to identify these students. The only other thing I have to do for student data entry is select pronouns. So I'm going to go ahead and say AB is she, her, SM is he, him, and hit next. Right, so my data entry for courses and students is complete. Now I can start generating comments. Cool. So let's click on science and technology, and we're going to start with this one. And I'm going to say AB got an A, did well, or let's say creative presentation on space, and helps others in class frequently, and any other notes that I want to add there. Let's see. Natural inclination to space. And then for next steps, now this is optional. As you see, there's no star next to it, so I can leave it open, end it, and let the AI suggest something. or I can put in something. So in this case, I'm gonna say develop further interest in space exploration. And that looks good to me, so I'm going to hit generate comment. So now I have a comment based on, so that's based on the grade that I selected over here. So it's gonna change based on how good the grade is that the student receives. And it's gonna contain the anecdotes that I specified over here. So let's see. Uh, Impressive presentation on space, where he showcased our natural inclination, passion for the subject, willingness to help others, and is mentioned here. And then we have this developing further interest, her interest further in space exploration. So that's mentioned over here as well. And if if the comment doesn't like it, if you feel like you want more ideas, you can always hit regenerate. So the AI is going to suggest something similar but a little bit different. The wording's going to change a bit and so on. You'll also notice here that the AI alternates between the name and the pronoun. Name and the pronoun, and so it makes the comment pretty readable. So it's not just he or she all in in sequence. It's kind of alternating, like it'll use name and it'll use the pronoun in a couple instances, then go back to name and so on. The other thing here worth noting is that the student information, again, the initials or name or anything you enter is not sent to the AI. So that's why we have these placeholders over here. So the AI is just working with anonymous sort of information. It does not know who the student is. Also, the information that's sent to the AI is not used to train models. So it's not collected. It's used to generate the comment, and that's it. It's not saved. It's not used for further training of the AI. Cool. So I have a comment for this student, and I could do something similar for the next student. But for the purposes of this video, we'll assume that that's sort of a repeat of the first one. So so here I'm seeing one of two comments generated for this course, and then none for this one. And so I'll just do the same for the other one, and again my comments there. Now there's if I click next, or I can click the next tab over here, I see learning skills. So I need comments for learning skills for these students as well. And to do that, I'm going to click on this box here, which opens up my learning skills. So now I have this list of 6 skills, and I can select the grade, and then I can similarly add nodes. So I can say let's see, so it's a good grade on responsibility, could be more proactive about homework, and let's see, excellent and in completing tasks in class. Generate comment. Strong commitment to fulfilling her responsibilities within the learning environment. Classwork and assignments are consistently submitted on time. However, she's encouraged to be more proactive about completing homework assignments. And then the next steps were also generated along those lines. So that's for my responsibility skill. Again, it's within the 700 character count, so it's going to keep it there for all of them. And so I'm just going to go down the list and generate all of these. And then as I generate them, you're going to see that there's a little check mark here that indicates that I've generated a comment for this one. If I just enter a grade but don't have a comment, then I'm going to have the grade but no check mark. So that's how you know that you're done with everything you need to do. And then once you're done, you can hit the download CSV button to get the comments in a CSV file. And that concludes the comment generation flow in Almanack. Thank you.